Good evening, Madam Mayor. Kirk Smith of Placerville. As you know, I'm with an organization that filed suit on July 10th of last year to stop the courthouse from being moved. I've had occasion to review more than 12,000 pages of documents related to the courthouse. All of those are required by law to be disclosed by the government to show what they relied on making their decision. Recently, we found an additional stash of 3,000, all of which are really remarkable in many ways. But candidly, I'm having a great deal of time, Madam Mayor, finding almost anything said on your side of the dais in the last several years that was true regarding the courthouse. I've come in here and provided documents showing that a number of significant statements were demonstrably false, and no one's had the fortitude or whatever else might be required to acknowledge that, whoops, we made a mistake, or thanks for the correction. Saying something so outrageously preposterous as the State Judicial Council was seeking to move our courthouse to Rancho Cordova, and then show you documents where the State Judicial Council, a number of officials, say that's not true. You had an economic evaluation study you wanted to have. Most people have a decision first, instead do a study first and then have a decision. You did it the other way around. Apparently none of you knew that there already was an economic evaluation done on the impact of Main Street. And that study that the county did shows that the impact would be between 15 and 75% loss of business within an eighth of a mile of the courthouse. And none of you mentioned that there was a second option considered by the Judicial Council. One of them was to have a criminal court down at the Forney Road area. So then I look and see that the appearance by Judge Cushenberry, where she was invited to give this presentation on closing the courthouse, and told that there was only a handful of merchants who had trouble with it, and they've turned around. In essence, the same things said by the mayor, a letter you approved, Madam Mayor. I've gone through that entire list, and I can't find anybody on the list, Madam Mayor, that said their minds were changed. So where did your colleagues come up with that view that somehow their view was changed? The other thing is, I think your estimate from Mark about it being 5 or 6 years out might be very generous. One of the options when it possibly comes back for doing the job over is you could look at an annex where you look at the space right next door on the other side, and you have enough space to build a courthouse downtown with an annex. I've described how it's been done before.
Thank you, Kirk.
Just to let you know, to help you out, because I certainly know that Mark got 6 or 9 minutes on occasions last year. Judge Cushenberry got 12. So I'll just sum up by letting you know that we'll have an architectural drawings for you next month to show you how it can be done.
Thank you for your comments.